Well, let's talk to Martin Reardon now. He's a senior vice president at the Soufan Group, an organisation that provides security intelligence services to governments and multinational organisations. He also previously served as chief of the FBI's Terrorist Screening Operations Centre. He joins us now from Doha. Martin, thank you for joining us at TRT World. Let me ask you a question. The Home Secretary in the United Kingdom stripped Shamima Begum of her citizenship, deeming her to be a threat, and your estimation would be what?
I think, first and foremost, she was notified that there is a system of appeals there in the UK. She had that opportunity to appeal the decision. I think ultimately, just as with the US case, it will be decided in the courts. And in this case...
Would you be...
Go ahead.
Well, as somebody who served as the chief of the FBI's terrorist screening operations, I mean, how would you estimate the risk posed by Shamima Begum?
Well, she appears right now to be contrite. She was young. She was 15 when she left. She says she's sorry that it went, young, naive, doesn't really understand the implications of this. But that's something that British officials are going to have to determine in subsequent interviews. And the first case is to get her back to the UK and go ahead and debrief her on what happened. If there's a case that can be built on prosecution, in all likelihood they would prosecute her. But she may also, given her age when she went, she may be a good candidate.
If you were now in charge of protecting the United Kingdom's security, what would you make of the comments she made in those interviews where she said, for example, that she saw decapitated heads in bins and she wasn't that concerned about it, and that the attacks in Manchester were perhaps justified retaliation for what was happening in Syria?
Those are certainly concerning comments, but again, looking at the age at which she made them, young teenagers say things that they don't really mean, or
well, I mean, she said this recently, the last week or so.
Well, that is concerning, and again, that might be something. I mean, it comes down if she is a British citizen, because the Bangladesh government says she is not a Bangladeshi. So you can't have a stateless person. If she is a British citizen, it's their responsibility to prosecute her. If she can be prosecuted. If she can be rehabilitated. But it's going to take a lot more investigation on it.
Martin Reardon, thank you for that analysis. Appreciate it.